What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. This video comes from a TikToker by the name of the Only Coco Good Vibes. I guess she's a good vibes influencer. But she apparently has no respect for men that don't help women when they see them struggling. But at the same time, you gotta remember a lot of these women walk around here not wanting to be feminine. They want to be masculine. They say that they don't need men. They got it. They strong, independent women. But let some physical labor come into play, then all that feminism goes out the window. So let's see what she has to say.
Nothing will make me lose respect for a man faster than to be in the presence of a man and he see me struggling as a woman, or see any woman struggling, and he won't even take his hands out of his pockets or lift his hands to help a lady.
Equal rights, right? Equal rights. You guys want to be treated completely equal? There's your equality. And now you want to complain about it when somebody gives you what you wanted. Crazy work.
Zero respect for men like that. I was just now in a setting struggling to lift an office chair that was really heavy to get it from one place to the next place, and I had to lift it and carry it a short distance. Two men stood by in executive positions and watched me struggle to lift that.
What does being in an executive position have anything to do, or their position for that matter, anything to do with having to help you? The question is, did you ask for help? Because, a guy is just simply come up there and start trying to offer assistance because you might scream, you know, the R word, the grape word, or, sexual, harassment or something of that nature where, it's going to cause attention and make men not want to do nothing. You guys want this? This is what you've been fighting for: equal rights, equality across the board. And when it gives you that, then you're not wanting to accept it. So you can't have both. You got to pick one or the other. Being your feminine all the time, ask for help. Help will be provided, or we just sit back and watch. Because it's not my duty or my obligation to come and help you as a man. If it's my family members and my mother, sister, aunts, daughters, fiance, sure, I'll help. No problem. I got it. But some random stranger, no, I'm not gonna do it because I don't know what your intentions are. I don't, you may not even say thank you because a lot of these women these days they walk around, you say hello, they look at you like, or they even acknowledge your presence whatsoever. You open the door, why'd you hold the door open for me? I could do it myself. So we give you the, equality. Now you don't want it, whatever.
That chair and watch me struggle to carry that chair to where it needed to be to return it to less than, it was a very short distance back to its proper place.
So what you complaining for?
Zero respect. I have zero respect for men who will watch a woman struggle. If men will stand by and watch you struggle, even in lifting a chair, they will stand back and watch you struggle in other areas of your life.
Sure will, because you put yourself in that position. Again, to caveat, I will help if it's somebody that I'm connected to, that I'm tied to. But some random woman off the street, nah, nah. Because like I said, it could be a setup. That's how things are these days. Women try to set men up or put them in, compromised positions where they can get robbed, they can get, jacked or whatever. So, simple as a chair. Yeah, I know it's a chair for those who want to say something in the comments, but at the same time, it's, the context, it could be something different. You know, guy accidentally touches her, she wants to, go file something with HR. A lot of guys are wising up to this. We're tired of it.
When it comes to women, children, and senior citizens, I have a soft place in my heart for those three populations because they are the weakest populations on the face of the earth. To watch a senior citizen, a woman, or a child struggle, and as a man you do nothing, I have zero respect for any man who will watch a woman struggle and do nothing to help her. It
Did
says
they ask?
volumes about your character.
It says volumes about if you didn't ask or not either. Obviously, if some like an old lady trying to cross the road, she has boxes and stuff. I'll put forth the effort, perhaps, ensuring that the situation is clear for me and I won't get in trouble or nothing's gonna happen to me as well. Or if it's like I said, my family members, but some random person. No, that's how people get caught up these days. Let's see some of these comments. I'll help a man or woman that is struggling. Okay, that's wonderful. Your parents are proud of you, and others are blessed by your kindness, dear. I don't know men like this where y'all finding these men at. Every man I know open the whole doors for women to speak compliments with them. Okay, it depends on where you're at. Because, like a lot of guys said, a lot of guys are old school. You know, they will help. You know, a selfless act. Some guys would do it, and woman won't even acknowledge their presence. They won't care. You know, the guy keep on pushing. But like the new guys, these new age men, they're not gonna help. You guys getting what you wanted, right? So sit back, relax, and enjoy that equality.
Generation is actually cooked, and I had to just come to this realization earlier today because yesterday I was bringing a desk into my apartment and I thought I would make a funny video about how I brought this desk in and no one offered to help me. So I made the caption, brought this desk in and not a single man offered to help me, because I do believe that men are good. I do believe in chivalry, and I think that there are men out there who would see a girl struggling and want to help her, right? So I was kind of shocked that not only in this experience, but in past experiences from moving in things into my apartment or doing whatever, lifting heavy things, that people just don't offer, especially men. So I made this video and I posted it just thinking like it would be relatable. No. TikTok said, no, I'm going to humble you real quick. TikTok took my video and just shoved it in the wrong male audience. There are comments that say like, maybe if you weren't a 2 out of 10, someone would have helped you. And then another one was,
Okay, to be fair, she's not a 2. So, you know, whoever that was, they were just being mean. And also, what she said earlier, she said she set up a camera, you know, to do a video about it, and no one came to help her. Well, that's probably why right there. You're in camera, you're recording. Maybe guys don't want to be in your video. Maybe they figure that you're trying to set them up. You're trying to trap them. They come to do something that you can call, you know, like I said before, grape, and get them in trouble, or some type of, you know, harassment charge. You know, they ain't trying to hide that. Men are wising up these days. So, especially like you said, you had a camera out. No, they ain't gonna help you out with that.
why didn't you ask the bear for help? And then another one said, well, I bought ingredients for a sandwich and no woman came into the kitchen to help me. And it's like, okay, well, first of all, that's putting women in a category of all you're good for is making me food, you dumb little girl.
So, him saying the thing about the sandwich, she said that puts her into a woman in a category that all you good is for making a sandwich. But she's basically saying that all men are good for is helping move and lift stuff. She just contradicted herself. She didn't even catch that.
Me asking
let me go back again.
I bought ingredients for a sandwich and no woman came into the kitchen to help me. And it's like, okay, well, first of all, that's putting women in a category of all you're good for is making me food, you dumb little girl.
Yeah, it's exactly, yeah. So all men are good for is lifting heavy stuff, like physical labor, when you need it. You can't make this shit up.
Me asking a man to help, not even asking, you're just assuming or hoping that a man would help a girl lifting something heavy actually plays into their physiological design. Men literally are designed.
See, so she's going to change it up when it comes to men. It's physiological design versus putting somebody in a category.
To love to help. Men's bodies are designed to be stronger than women, okay? Like, this is tapping into something that is actually, like, truth, that is not insulting. Like,
so you tapping into something like making sandwiches, cooking a meal. That's truth, right? Physiological design. I can't say that word for some reason. So it's the same thing, just the other shoe on the other foot.
I think you can do it, so it would be nice if you did it. And also, that video is so funny because it plays into a broader topic of, like, you could replace man with human. I brought this desk in and no human offered to help me, because that really is the root of it. We are
okay, but did she ask? She never said she asked. So
we're all so selfish as a society. We don't really want to help anyone. It's all about ourselves. That's the true form of Satanism. I'm just going to do a side tangent. Satanism is not the real worship of the devil. Satanism is the worship of yourself. Anyway, that's a side rant I can post another time. But the video is attracting, and I'm getting out-ratioed. And I don't care. Like, and this is another thing. Thank God I love Jesus, and my identity is rooted in what he did on the cross, not what the internet says or what the world says about me. Because if I took my value in what the world said about me, A, my emotions would constantly be up and down, and two, I would think I'm a 2 out of 10 loser, okay? So thank God that I don't, like, these comments don't affect me.
Okay, again, she's not a 2 out of 10, so whatever.
But on a deeper level, it's like, wow, men really hate women. Because they're like, I thought you were an independent woman. Ask the bear. That's just so gross. It's like,
But it's the stuff that they've been saying for the past couple years, and the chickens come home to roost and they don't want to accept it. So, do you want to be feminine and accept the masculine roles of other men, or do you want to be the same as men, trying to be equal across the board? You're strong and independent. You can't have both.
if you see this, like, as a man, I would hope that the good men in my life, I know that they would say, no, as men, we need to stand up and change the path that we're going on as a society. I just think that the whole video, the whole comment section is such a red flag. The commenters are a red flag. The likers of the commenters are a red flag. It's like, it's the principle. Yes, I can lift a desk. Yes, I am strong. Thank God I have a working body that's able to do these things, right? But it's just the over.
So, what are you complaining about? I'm not understanding. Let's see the comments. Tired of hearing her talk. Having no accountability and playing a victim card. Classic. Accountability for what? Let's see what this says. To save us both time and energy, everyone has problems, whether they man or woman. Just learn to help your people close to you and ignore the dum-dums. Exactly. I said about the other video. I'm just helping the people that are connected to. You know, everybody else, I can go to hell because I'm not going to risk my back. I'm not going to risk my, anything on me or my life just because you want help. And especially if you don't ask me, no, I'm not going to do it. Accountability is trying to not promote gender roles like men should help women move stuff while being a hypocrite. See, exactly. That's what I just said. While being a hypocrite, no woman don't need to cook and clean. He said exactly what I said. Random men. It's crazy how she pointed it out and she didn't even catch herself saying it. Random men, you don't know you owe anything, especially help move something, just like a woman doesn't owe a man time or day to give their number, etc. Obviously. Conceited ass attitude. It's not you per se, but a lot of women have come over here the years and made it very clear that they don't want any sort of approach or interaction from men in public. Like I keep going back to, don't approach women in public. Don't approach women in public. Don't approach women in the mall. Don't approach women in the gym. Don't approach women, at work. And then when men stop doing that, now they're complaining, where are all the men at? They don't ever approach us anymore. You can't have it both ways. You see either this or that. I just don't get it. You were strong. It was the K. You were strong and independent. You got this, queen. You can thank feminism. Yep. It just goes on and on and on. On and on and on and on. Why would you expect someone to help? Men are designed to love to help. Ha ha, sure, buddy. Nobody owes you anything. Just ask for help. Exactly. She didn't even ask. Maybe she would have done, Bear comment is valid. Sandwich comment, i.e., 2 out of 10 is just lies. That's what I'm saying, 2 out of 10. But yeah, it just goes on and on, man dogging her. So that's pretty hilarious.
Struggling to lift an office chair that was really heavy to get it from one place to the next place. And I had to lift it and carry it a short distance. 2 men stood by in executive positions and watched me struggle.
Again, their positions have no...
What the hell is an executive position? I don't even know what that means.
That chair and watch me struggle to carry that chair to where it needed to be to return it to it was a very short distance back to its proper place.
She just didn't want to do the work.
I have zero respect for men who will watch a woman struggle. If men will stand by and watch you struggle, even in lifting a chair, they will stand back and watch you struggle in other areas of your life. When it comes to women, children, and senior citizens, I have a soft place in my heart for those 3 populations because they are the weakest populations on the face of the earth.
I thought y'all were strong. I thought y'all didn't need men.
Mm-hmm.
To watch a senior citizen, a woman, or a child struggle, and as a man, you do nothing, I have zero respect for any man who will watch a woman struggle and do nothing to help her. It says volumes about your character.
Yeah. Take care of yourselves, King. I mean, just 2 videos ago, I seen 13 different videos of women that was talking about how they don't even like men, how they don't need men, how they can survive without us. Decenter men, it's not even a big deal. They don't have no respect for us. And so as a result, you are getting in return because men didn't just get like this. I think that y'all are confused about the fact that guys no longer have character. No, they have character, but we protect those that we're responsible
That's what
for
I'm
now.
saying.
We
That
no
we're
longer
close to,
putting
connected
ourselves
to.
um, under the guillotine in order to try to Captain Save them for women that's lost respect for us as a whole, as a general, that has taken advantage of all of the benefits that came along with being built, this country being built for your convenience, and then you benefiting from us, and then you taking us, through all of the systems and all of the issues and all of the problems and all of the family court. Now men have smartened up. They said, all right, you got it. We're gonna finally give you what you want, and then you can take care of it, and then all of a sudden you lost your respect for us. Well,
That's what
guess
you
what?
wanted.
We don't care, and nobody cares about your respect anymore. We respect ourselves.
Exactly.
That's the biggest thing that you can do as a man is to make sure that you put yourself first, and to make sure that the people that add value into your life are the ones that then benefit because it's reciprocal.
That's what I was saying. Mother, sister, aunts, daughter, wife, fiance. The ones that you are closely connected to as far as the women in your life, your grandmother, if you still have those, a great grandmother. You put them first and foremost. Everybody else, all the other women can go to hell because they don't owe you nothing. You don't owe them nothing. Something happened to you. He's like, oh, some guy, he tried to help. He's dead. Moved on to the next. You're not even a second thought to them.
See, I'm not about to throw out my back for you anymore.
Exactly.
I'm not about to, I seen a news report about a guy, and this was probably like a couple of years ago. I reported on it on a Millionaire Morning Show. I seen a news report about a guy that had seen a woman in trouble with, I guess it turned out to be like her boyfriend or something like that. And so he tried to insert himself, wind up getting himself mollywopped.
I'm thinking, yeah. But
Next
what he was saying, though, excuse me, yeah, I've seen other instances similar to that, but I think he said mollywop, so dude probably got his ass beat by both the man and the woman. I've seen other situations where the guy runs to a woman's aid, try to help her, and the dude ends up, stabbing the dude because he was helping his woman, and oh, you got this man, you messing with him too, and he took the dude out, and the boyfriend, I guess, ended up going to jail because of what he did. So, like I said, you gotta watch out for yourself because you know, helping total strangers, especially women, they can get you hemmed up so quick, and then it could be you know, justice wise, you end up going to prison because they could just lie because the whole believe all women, or something happens and you're doing something, and they have dudes come up and just jump you. So it's lose lose for you. So stick to who you tied to, connected. Like we're talking about, like your wife, mother, sister, aunts, like that, and you should be safe. Just trying to help everybody. You can't, like you say, you can't be Captain Save them because it's gonna get you hemmed up. But anyway, that's my thoughts. That's my comments on it. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Give me a thumbs up. I'll catch you next video. Peace.